Winter closing in now, slowly getting there. Guys, the hops, rods ain't set up yet, bivvy's in here nice and tucked in. Just got a brief period of dry weather there, so I've managed to set up my stuff, get all my bits ready. Dan's just fishing down there, I believe in snowdrops, is it? So yeah, weather's been really changeable all day. Meant to be some wind and rain tonight, but it's nowhere near as bad as what they're doing up north. We've got it quite lucky down here. So what I'm doing is, today, it's going to be a bait boat approach, I think. Ignore, I've got a massive bump on my head as well. Absolutely smashed my head earlier. Really bad. I've had a headache on the drive down here, but yeah, Friday evening. And as you can see, just starting to rain out here. I want to get some rigs on, so we'll run through them. Just getting the rods rigged up now, ready to go. This is the bait mix, I'll bring you in. We got just frozen sweet corn, maple and mulberry boilies just halved, and then what I've done is I've just given them a light powder of the mainline method mix. So as them boilies go into the water, they should cloud up. Seen a fish show out there, so that's the first one we're going to put on, and we're just going to fish in a line onto that margin. I'm going to have one in the middle, so yeah, we're filming now, putting the rods up. Going out now, we're going onto the spot where we see the show. As you see previously with the boilie arrangement, so water levels come up, we're not going to go too close. And we're just going to drop there, turn the boat round and back lead, and that's the first rod out. Kettle's on, and I'm chilling, got the door on but it's open. It's been on and off rain, but done pretty good to be fair. So that's the rods. I only filmed briefly because it was on and off rain. So one in front of that tree, one just to the left of it, and then we've got one in there. So that's how we are set up for this evening. As I said, a little concoction there, just where I made with a bit of frozen sweet corn, and then the old faithful Elevate baits, just with a little spin on it. Morning guys, it's bang on 7 o'clock. Just got the kettle on. Sorry about the lack of filming there. Sort of got dark last night and we were just in our bivvy, had a bit of dinner and then, yeah, went asleep. Same as Dan, I think, so I don't know if Dan's had anything, but rods are pretty much motionless. Two swans out there, they've been making a racket, but I haven't put any more bait out, nothing like that, just sitting tight. Little bit of rain last night, but nothing major. But yeah, I was nice and warm in the bivvy. Yeah, unfortunately, I just didn't really have much to talk about last night, you know what I mean? It's one of them ones we turned up, and by the time we knew it, I was ready to go to sleep, you know what I mean? Yeah, you've seen it all before on the Syndicate, and you know, it's one of them ones that's trying to not repeat yourself. It's not much I can really tell you about the lake. Bait boats went out, the rain was on, you know what I mean? So it's one of them ones. I only get a cup of tea on, wake up, and yeah, might get the boat out. I think I'm just going to sit on the rods. I'm not going to touch them because I know the bait's around it. So yeah, we'll go from there. Right, cup of tea, and I'll get back to you. Sat back, made a cup of tea, unzipped the door again. proper mist. Hopefully that sun comes round and burns it off a bit, but it's not really looking like it's gonna, to be fair. Got the fucking lights on in here now. Right guys, about 9 o'clock. Yeah, the sun's just coming round, but still a lot of condensation. I don't know, you need the vapor shield and you need the skull cap for this bivvy, I think, especially in winter with no ground sheet. But yeah, you can see that again. Definitely needs that separate layer, or what, separate 3 layers. It's not dripping, but there's enough of it, you know what I mean? But yeah, we're just chilling now. Just had a bit of breakfast, had a cup of coffee with Dan. He's had no knocks over the night either. Yeah, just sort of struggling a little bit. I'll turn you around and you can see. No. Sun, not a cloud in the sky, but I wouldn't call it cold at all. It's just a weird bit of autumn, but then tomorrow, well, tonight and tomorrow is meant to get really cold. So for a slow lake already. Positive signs, not really, no. But might get the boat out in a bit and have a drive around and have a look. Look at the welt on my head. Proper gash, it really hurts. Right, catch back up with you in a bit. Probably get the boat out once I'll get the deeper setup out, and then we can have a drive around, I think. Might as well while we're here. So, right, catch you back up in a bit. Right guys, boat's on. Deeper's there. Range extender's there. We're going to go out and just have a look. What I'll do is I'll run you through some of the scans that we see, and if we pick anything up of note. It might be useful to the boys who do fish here if I sort of put it on a location. So if I tell you top corner near a car park or that, we can know what we're looking at. So as you can see here, we're pulling up to the margin. So this is from the hops to the inlet, if anyone knows it, just in that little bay area. I've changed the beam angle here as we get into a shallower depth. So as you can see, it's about 3 foot. And it's just coming up. So this is coming round the inlet. So I'm just circling. By changing that beam depth, or the beam range, gives you more focused in scans. So we're now pinpointing a location around there. As you can see, there's a few depressions. Some of the ground's presentable. Some of it's, I wouldn't call it choddy at all because it's not. But yeah, so that's me changing the beam angle back, as you see. As we're pulling up and coming back round, just checking the area around it. It's on the inlet that I'm interested in. Here's the rig, because I didn't show you yesterday. So, inline setup, just with a maple and mulberry dumbbell wafter, as always, onto the hair rig. And that's a size 6, barbed. So, back leading with the tubing on the way up. What we'll fill the boat out and then get onto a new bit. I'm going to put just one help in of bait, just in between them 2 left-hand rods as well. So we get out. Now guys, if you can smell this mix, it's absolutely fantastic. It's got the sweetness of the maple and mulberry, and then just that method mix. I've ground down some maple and mulberry as well, just to make them fine dust. So all different shapes, sort of like the crush, but there's a bit more full boilies in there. So what we're going to do, get that out. That'll be going into the inlet. Right, bait boat's coming back. We've had a little search around. We put the right arm rod out, but the lake's just like a mill pond. It's totally switched off by the looks of it. Dan's brought his right rod in and he's been done, but that's us. We'll see what we can do. But yeah, I've seen no signs. Seems like the lake's totally switched off. Sun's out, it's nice. Completely blue sky. A little bit of high cloud, but nothing major. Yeah, complete contrast to yesterday. Complete contrast. But happy days. Right, we'll get this cleaned up, then we'll have a little rundown. About 1 o'clock now, so I've had a bit of lunch, just had some signs out there. And Dan's had some signs on where his rods are, but it's just no good. They're showing sort of in the margins, and they ain't small fish either. But not even so much as a knock, you know what I mean? What I'm going to do, go back in the bivvy and I'll have a run through of my thought process, I think. This weather, it's just sort of nothing weather now. It's like a sheet of glass, so we'll see. And that's how close we are to the water, guys. So we was getting a bit of damp come through, you know what I mean? It's very, very damp. It just needs a skull cap, needs the ground sheet, and needs the vapor shield, but some of that condensation has dried up, some of it hasn't, but that's what was making it dampening. I mean, yeah, it's done pretty good. Internally, there's still a bit of water, some around there, but nothing that can't be wiped. It's just down on the ground there. But apart from them fish showing, you know what I mean? We're just sitting here. Just blows your mind. Me and Dan were saying that you've got fish showing in the area, and then got enough rods on that margin fishing them, and not even one take. I'm thinking bivvy's half dry. I could do with a bath. I mean, my arthritis is the dampness that's getting me now. So I'm having a think, can I do tonight? I mean, this bed as well, I think it's probably the last outing for this bed, but we can run through that. I mean, this bed's been an absolute trooper, but I have got a new one. And I think with the ground sheet and all the additions here, I'd happily be able to do it. I mean, at the moment, the bare bones of this, the solar, would have been warmer. I've had the zip-in ground sheet, I'd have been absolutely cozy as anything. With the overwrap on, it does make a difference. So it's these little creature comforts, but definitely for my arthritis, it's not creature comforts. There's a difference between a good session and a painful session. So yeah, I'm gonna have a little think here. Probably have another cup of tea and then have a decide. So right, we'll catch you back up in a minute what we're going to do, and then we'll have that recap we were talking about. Bare bones now, I'm just getting things packed away. I think I've made the decision. It's just not happening. Can I do another night? I just don't think so. That sun's there. I think I'm just going to call it on a good note. So, happy days. We get packed down. We'll have a rundown of just this year so far, really, and how we've got on, and where we're going. So, for 2026. But yeah. Catch you back up in a bit, or it might be in a separate video, to be fair. Just been a shorter vlog, but I'm going to get sorted now, get wrapped up. Nice organisational bit section there, got everything sorted, then we'll catch up in a minute. And that's why the bed felt like shit last night. It's finally gone. It's finally broke from around there, fortunately. I mean, someone can repair it. It's a possibility that it's sharp metal, you know. We'll see. Does that make sense why I've been so much pain and I'm struggling to even stand up? So I've been leaning at the side and where it's on the down slope, so that makes a lot more sense. Right, this is all ready to be loaded in, and then yeah. And this is the problem, guys, look at that. Wellies on just by packing down. Literally I've got arthritis right at my ankle and my leg. And this is soaking wet. I mean, I love these trousers. They're the Adidas T-Rex ones. Like, they are really nice, but yeah, I need an alternative for wellies, because if that was sort of 1-2 degrees now, that would be serious pain. No good. Guys, we're in the van and we can have just a little breakdown, and yeah, like, it was an after work, so it worked out to be a 24, you know what I mean, for a Friday after work. Fish were showing, unfortunately we couldn't get on any. Dan's gonna stay the night, as I said. He wants to get one out of there, which is fair play. For me, yeah, that damp was getting me, and I do just want to go home, have a bath, have a bit of dinner, and just relax, you know what I mean? But I mean, as a whole, 2025, hello Kai, if we could have said we're both, like me and John, both in this place we are, this time last year would have been absolutely unbelievable. So yeah, it's been a really good time, guys. 2025 our fishing trip, and that basically sums it up. 2025 our fishing, all right, with faults and with issues, you know what I mean? But no, it's been good. As it comes to the colder months now, it's gonna get harder and harder. I mean, December is such a busy month for me, but everyone as well, isn't it? So see if we can get out in December, or next time will be in the new year probably. Kick off 2026 at the Syndicate, and it's shown in previous this time, well, last year after New Year, January. You can still have fish out. They don't move a lot, but you can get on them. But yeah, unfortunately, it just didn't happen for us today. Well, Dan still got a chance. He still got a chance, but for me, just couldn't nick a bite off of them. So it goes like that sometimes, doesn't it? But yeah, I've called it for the sake of my body. Just getting worse and worse. I'm dealing with a cold, worse and worse. So it is what it is. But we get home now. It's just starting to get dark. So catch you back up in a bit, guys. Thank you for watching and subscribing. All the new subscribers this year. If we don't do a video before now, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hello, Carp.